have returned. You're listening to CSE Talk Radio. This is Beth Ann. We're going to go to the phone lines real quick. We have Roger from New Mexico. I want to talk about the 60s. Hi, Roger. How are you doing today?
Just fine, Beth Ann. This is a great show you're putting on.
Thank you.
I wanted to make one observation about the 60s that nobody's talked about. In the 60s, on the TV, all the talking heads were white faces. That's not true anymore.
No, it's not, and that's a good thing. I think that's a good thing. That's
Yes.
something we have grown from. Yeah. So there were some good things that came.
Well, that's the civil rights in a nutshell.
Yeah.
That
Absolutely.
they finally got integrated.
Absolutely.
Thank you, Lord, for making us all one people.
Absolutely.
But we don't seem to want to agree with that for some reason.
Well, there will always be those. There will always be that. So, yeah. But I think that's a good thing. So.
Okay, I'll let you go.
All right, thank you. Appreciate it, Roger. There were some good things that came out. You know, it's not bad to wear your favorite pair of blue jeans, unless the dress code has changed. I mean, if you're going to a banquet, you probably shouldn't wear them. But, even that today, you can go to banquets and you'll see people that are dressed really, really nice and people that are just coming in like, with their jeans and maybe a blazer, even if they get that much on, So it's, things have changed. But we have this ideology that I think people like Alexandria Ocasio-Cortez doesn't quite have right. She doesn't really know her history. So here we have this caravan. They've reached the borders, parts of them, not all of them. And they're not content. So they were throwing rocks and they were being belligerent, trying to get through. And apparently the military or the border patrol, they gassed them. They threw some tear gas at them to back them off. Well, they're trying to protect our borders. We're talking about thousands of people coming in here, and that they're not all being persecuted, prosecuted, or running for their lives. They may be wanting jobs. I can understand that, but America is not here to employ the world. So we have Alexandria Ocasio-Cortez. I do love her name. I really do love her name. She compares the migrant caravan to the Jews fleeing the Holocaust. Well, first of all, they were being rounded up. Door to door, they would be drug out and taken to prison camps. Some of them did escape with help. The migrants, the caravan, is nothing like that. Not at all. These people have not been rounded up. They have not been put into prison camps. That is not the case at all. So Alexandria Ocasio-Cortez is clueless to compare these. There is no comparison. But she is of a generation, and she's not from the 60s, but that's where she's getting her ideology. Free everything. We shouldn't have any borders. America shouldn't exist as a nation. We should not have national pride. We should be globalists. This is where these people are coming from. Well, we can see how well that's worked out for some of the rest of the world. Not too good. So this is that's going on. And people like Alexandria, they really don't have a clue of what they're talking about. She also talked about the families that were fleeing Rwanda. If you remember oh my gosh, what they did in that land. Murdered and killed, raped, and just terrible. And by the way, the U.S. didn't do much about it. Kind of turned our heads. But this is nothing like that at all. When they were fleeing Germany, when they were fleeing Rwanda, they did not carry their flags and march across somebody else's border. They were in fear for their lives, and they were sneaking. as best they could. If they had to hide in crates, if they had to hide here, hide there, dig tunnels. Nothing like a caravan. Nothing. The caravan has no comparison. They're not fleeing genocide or persecution. Not like that. And the Democrat representative, Jim Himes, he's upset with Fox News because they keep covering the caravan. And they shouldn't be doing that, he says. They shouldn't be talking about that. They shouldn't be showing pictures of it. Why not? Because the Democrats don't want us to know that it's real. They want you to believe it's just a few hundred people coming across. There's no big deal. Not thousands. They want you to think it's little mommies and little kiddies and daddies that just want jobs and that's all they need, and, they're just fleeing. But that's not the truth. There's a few of those in that, but that's not the truth. Most of those are men of fighting age. And they're throwing rocks, and they have some weapons, and we know that they do. And here they come. So we shouldn't cover it because that's going to look bad for the Democrat Party. So we shouldn't cover that. So that's another part of the 60s that we can see taking away nationalism, putting down our way of life, capitalism. They want everything to be globalist, and that's what's going on with the NFL as well. They don't want to be the national NFL. They don't want to be the National Football League. They want to be the globalist football league. They're expanding into Mexico and into some of these other countries and nations, and that's fine. But change your name. That's fine. But don't claim to be one thing and then be another. Good old Representative Adam Schiff, and I use that very tongue-in-cheek, good old. He's claiming that he's going to be fighting President Donald Trump. They're going to investigate his finances because they believe that there's been money laundering going on with the Russians. They just believe that. They don't have any proof of that. They just believe it. So Mueller's not investigating that. So Schiff says, I don't even think Congress has looked into it at all. And I don't know that Bob Mueller has. Is whether the Russians have been laundering money through the president's businesses, and this is the financial hold the Russians have on him. They think they have a Russian hold on him. They just throw these things out there to create trouble, to create doubt in your mind or suspicion in your mind, because we are suspicious people. Everybody likes a good mystery. But we know that the Clinton Foundation did this. Not maybe money laundering, but of a sort. Why do you think they closed it right after she lost the election? And we know that the Russians and the Clintons got along with Uranium One. But no, Adam Schiff's not going to look into any of that. Again, the Dems are not looking to make America great. The Dems are not looking for America or Americans to better their lives. They're seeking to destroy a president and have unearned power. Schiff is an evil person with a one-tracked mind and a one-tracked purpose to destroy this president and to destroy American liberty once and for all. You're listening to CSC Talk Radio, 877-895-5410, and we will be right back.